Good morning, afternoon, evening, gamers. So, we've been hearing a lot recently about Google Stadia, or Stadia, however you say it. And, I was skeptical from the beginning. I think on paper, it's a good idea. I do. And I think in the future, possibly cloud gaming to whatever device you happen to have will be a thing. We've seen over the years how people buy games has changed. However, I don't think the infrastructure is there yet. I just don't. I think the latency and lag is going to be a problem. I think in areas where connection is not good, cabling is old, and particularly data caps. A lot of people are data capped for their data. That's going to be a problem. So I think Google Stadia is going to, if it survives, I think it's going to be a tough sell to people. Now, I want to show you this. I want to show you this advert. This is from 2018. I think it's coming in around 2020. Now, this is Project X Cloud from Microsoft. And I think this is more what people wanted Google Stadia to be. They wanted it to be the kind of the Netflix of gaming. So you pay a monthly subscription and you just get tons and tons of games to play. You just stream them and play them on whatever device. That's what they wanted Google Stadia to be, but Google decided to go down a different path. Is that going to hurt them? Well, only time will tell. So let's have a watch of this video and then you can make up your own mind, because at the end of the day, that's why I do these videos, so that you can make up your own mind. It's not for me to say. So let's give this a play.
Our cloud engineers are building a game streaming network to unlock console quality gaming on any device.
There's 2 billion gamers in the world. Some of them have a PC, some of them have a console, some of them have a smartphone, some of them have all three.
What if everybody in the world could play Halo? What if everybody in the world could play Red Dead Redemption? Everybody in the world could play the games. What would we have to do in order to make that possible?
In order to do that, we believe we need to build a game streaming service.
We see game streaming as a great technology, giving you access to the games that you want to play on the device that you want to play them on.
Being able to compute in the cloud and then stream to whatever device I'm on, allow me to play with anybody. That's powerful.
But when you think about any other form of media, the idea that it's locked to one device is just totally absent. I want to be the center of my world, and I want the devices around me and the services around me to be available wherever I want them to be.
What does it mean to completely change the paradigm of how we play?
The first thing people say is, you're crazy, you can't build a service like that.
What about latency? What about the level of detail? What about the richness of the game? Is my experience going to get degraded?
We are a gaming company with content and community, and we happen to also have a great, strong first-party cloud in Azure. It makes us uniquely positioned here.
Azure supports 54 regions in 140 countries, and we're going to build hardware to deploy into those data centers. We have our first rack of console hardware in the data center in Quincy today.
We've taken an existing Xbox console, we've broken it out into its component parts, and can actually build a single blade unit that can host multiple Xbox systems at one time. So we've actually built not just the blades themselves with the boards inside, but all the infrastructure associated with it.
We have evolved the platform. We're readying the data centers. We're readying the network. We have increased bandwidth.
We're introducing new ways to do video encoding and decoding. We are going to be pushing the edge of what's possible, even with 5G, which hasn't been deployed worldwide yet.
So how real is it?
The
first time I played Forza on my Android phone, it was just amazing.
You're playing your favorite game and it's streaming.
You'll be able to play with an Xbox One controller connected via Bluetooth. And if you don't have a controller, you'll be able to play with our touch input controls.
I'm a huge console gamer, but now when I'm done with the console or my son walks into the room and he wants to play something else, I don't ever have to stop gaming because I'll be able to game the games that I love on every device that I own.
As we think about this next step for us, the idea of putting the gamer at the center is critical to how we goal ourselves in the gaming team and the Xbox team. We love the device that we build, our Xbox consoles. We want those to be world class, the best place to play.
Consoles are still going to be a flagship experience. You know, you're going to have that immersive, high fidelity experience with your amazing sound systems. It's all right there.
But we know not everybody on the planet's going to go buy a gaming console. It's actually about choice for you.
It's amazing for traditional console players because it gives them another place to play. But what's incredible is for the people who haven't been introduced to this type of gaming.
People who've never seen a franchise like Halo or never seen a franchise like Gears, it's pretty amazing.
We have it up and running today. And when we have it just right, we're going to scale it out in an epic way and deliver it to the world.
So there you have it. And the key word there was choice. Because that seems to be the thing that Google Stadia, that they seem to have missed that point. They want to bring you into their ecosystem and lock you in. But they have no exclusive games to them. I mean, yes, they are planning on doing that, but video games take a lot of years to make. And whilst they may be buying up talent and buying up studios in order to do that, that's probably not going to be for many years to come. Microsoft, on the other hand, already has vast catalogues of games. They've got the money. But rather than trying to lock you into anything, they're saying no. You can play it on your phone. You can play on your tablet. You can play on your PC. You can play on your Xbox. You can even use this isn't confirmed, but I think it would be a good idea for them to do. You could even use a PlayStation controller and use that to play your game on your phone or your tablet. Whether or not they will, port it over to PlayStation as well, so that you have more choice. I would like to see them do that, but how willing Sony and Xbox are to play nicely with each other, I don't know. But the point is there's still a lot more variety and choice for you, the consumer. Apparently this will in around 2020 will come with well over 50 games or more, probably by the time it gets to 2020. Whereas Stadia, it was going to load with 12, and then they made it something like 22 games. But it's still kind of falling short. And with this, you'll buy already. I mean, I have it myself. They now do an Xbox Pass, whereby you can play Xbox games on your PC. You can play them on the Xbox. They're now doing a subscription where they bundle it all together. So you can play on your PC, you can play on your Xbox, and you've got your Live Gold as well. And you get games with that as well. And so you can play whatever games that you want to. So it is a lot more what gamers wanted. And is not excluding you from anything. If you don't want to do that, you can play your own games, I expect, through it. There's a lot more choice, it seems to me. And I think that if they manage to do this, whether or not it's successful, I mean, again, it's still going to have some of the same problems that Stadia will have, latency and lag, the infrastructure as well. I mean, 5G, I had actually forgotten about that, but again, that isn't implemented everywhere as yet. By 2020, I don't know what the roadmap is for it, and how they're planning to roll it out, and whether you have to upgrade phones and things like that. I just think that if Microsoft can pull this off, and they've got the money, they've got the resources, and yes, I know Google have as well, but I just think Google have really gone down the wrong path with this. Rather than trying to lock people in, if they had gone for more of a choice for gamers, I think it would have been a lot better. But it's up to you to decide. You're going to be the ones buying these products. But for me, my own personal opinion, as a gamer, I think Project X Cloud is something that I am more interested in than I ever will be in Google Stadia. And also, Google have a very long history of abandoning projects and not really seeing them through. You know, that they launched a lot of products over the years that just they didn't catch on, and rather than persevering, they just got rid of them. And my fear would be for anybody who's buying Google Stadia is that if they're having to buy $60 £60 games, and then Google decide that, well, it's not working, nobody's interested in it, we'll ditch it, then have you lost those games? So all I would say to people is just be cautious. You know, if you like the idea of Google Stadia, and I admit on paper it seems a good idea, but the fact that it's not shipping with a lot of the things that it said it was going to, I mean, apparently even for the people who bought the premium edition, they pre-bought it, they probably won't even get it on launch day. I mean, you know, that Google Stadia already seems to have a lot of problems. So anyway, it's, you know, I've given my opinion, but it's a personal opinion. It's up to you, the consumers. Just trying to give you some information. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you on the next video. Be well, be safe, and bye bye for now.